Hey, what is Gucci, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy MoonMonkey coming at you with another episode of In the Lab, and today we gonna be in the lab with let's see. We can go in the lab with Rosalina. It's been a while, and it's time to actually make our way down to the puppeteer, everyone's favorite puppeteers, or everyone's most hated puppeteer, however you may feel about this woman, but let's go to that Mario Galaxy and let's get it poppin', baby. Spreading all the Milky Ways and good shit, baby. Let's get into it. Rosalina, the queen of the galaxy, the queen of the Milky Ways. Alright, let's do this. Queen of galactic slavery. Alright, so what I like to do in the beginning of every single In the Lab is start off with every character's characteristics. So we can talk about Rosalina's speed and her weight. Rosalina, when it comes to her speed, I believe she's the 26th fastest character in the game. So that kind of makes her a bit slower than Pit and Dark Pit, but faster than Duck Hunt Dog. So 26, she's kind of up there when it comes to the speed department. So that's really good what she got going for her. But for when it comes to the weight department, Rosalina is actually the 5th lightest character in the game. She's actually the 52nd, excuse me, the 52nd heaviest character in the game. So she is definitely pretty light, but not as really light as you would think. Like, she's not like Mewtwo or Jigglypuff level light, but she's definitely pretty light. She's actually lighter than Olimar, but heavier than Kirby. So that's pretty much for like Spectrum. Rosalina does not have the ability to wall jump. I don't think you wall jump on the stage to begin with, but I did check on other stages. She can't wall jump on the stage. She can actually crawl too. So that's gonna, I guess, be a nice way to approach, I guess, certain characters that are spamming, like, I don't know, projectiles and certain shit. But yeah, she does have that ability. And I think that's about it. Oh, we can also check out her floatiness. I believe Rosalina is a little bit on the floaty side. So if we both make Rosalina and Mario jump at the same time, you can actually see that Rosalina definitely takes her time falling back to the stage. So she definitely has some float to her, and that is definitely apparent. I know certain characters, it really isn't that apparent when you see it jumping against Mario, but Rosalina is one of those characters that it is blatant that she's floaty. So you definitely want to take that into account when doing your aerial attacks and shit. Alright, so that's pretty much all of her basic characteristics. So we can basically set Mario's ass to stop, and we're just gonna slowly just flutter Mario right to the middle of the stage, and let's get into Rosalina's basic jabs and all that good shit. Also, since she's pretty much like a puppeteer character, she's gonna have the Luma assisting a lot of her shit. So what I probably might do, I'm gonna get the Luma the fuck out of here for the time being. What I'm gonna do is try to check out Rosalina's jabs from now. So let's see. One jab is gonna do 2%. Let's see, jab. Alright, so the second jab is gonna do 1%. Hold up. Jab. Alright, 1% for the first jab. Jab. Alright, 3% for that second jab. And I believe, yeah, ooh, hold up. She's doing quite a bit of damage right now. Alright, Luma's back. Alright, we gotta set this thing off. Set this thing off. Go to college, buddy. Go to college. Alright, so let's see. First jab is gonna do 2%. Second jab is gonna do 2%. Hold up, bop. Oh, it looks like it might do a little more damage depending on how close you are. So let's see, bop. Hold up, Mario jumped out of it like a... Okay, hold on. Yeah, there you go. Alright, so it's 2, 1, 3. Alright, cool. So that's pretty much Rosalina's jab combo, bop. And she definitely has a jab combo, so she has a gentleman as well as a jab combo, which is really nice. Lumas, actually, while we are on a topic of the Lumas, they definitely come in different colors, but it doesn't really do anything for like damage-wise, so you don't really need to worry about that. Alright, so the damage for Rosalina is 2, 1, oh, hold up. It's I believe it's 2, hey, hold up. Yeah, it looks like it's 3, 2, 1. No, 3, 2, 3. Alright, excuse me, 3, 2, 3. And I'm guessing the farther you're away when throwing out those attacks, you might do a little less damage. Yeah, so you do 2% here. I believe I did see like a 1% before. And then if you I think if you hold it, nah. I think if you hold down your A button, you just probably do your gentleman's. So I think you have to like rapidly tap it. So let's throw Luma off once again, and let's rapidly tap that A button. Yeah, alright. So no. Hold on. Let's try this again. There you go. Alright, so that's how you do it. So you gotta like tap, and then that final hit you have to hold down. So bop, and I'm holding, and then that final flip. Alright, you do a nice 4%. Alright, cool. So that's pretty much Rosalina by herself when she's doing all that good shit. While we wait for the Luma, we might as well go for down tilt. Down tilt's gonna do 4%. Up tilt, oh, I said up tilt. Oh, you gotta be directly about. Since Rosalina is pretty much a tall bitch, she can't really hit niggas that are right above her. Alright, so now that Luma's here, we can actually try out the jab that with Luma doing right now. So jab. And as you can see, you can definitely see that increase when Luma and Rosalina are hitting. So you can actually see it's what is it? 4, 7. Hold on. I actually want to see how much damage the Luma does by himself. Alright, so jab. Alright, there you go. So Luma definitely hits a lot harder than Rosalina. So I think Luma's jab can actually kill as well. So that's definitely pretty cool. So hold up, let's actually move. Bop, bop, bop. Yeah, definitely does nice, and it's kind of act as a launcher as well, so that's really nice as well. Down tilt with the Luma is gonna do 3%. Let's see the up tilt with the Luma. Hold up, Luma, you want to go up a little further? Go up a little further, my nigga. You want to go up a little further? No? All right, we could try up tilt. I want to get Mario. There, up tilt. There we go. So Luma actually is able to hit Mario, whereas Rosalina isn't. So that's really nice. So up tilt's gonna do 4%. Hold up. I'm gonna actually up tilt there. Yeah. So up tilt's gonna do 4% right there for Luma. Down tilt, I think it did 3% before. Hold up, let's get a little closer. 3%, yeah, 3% for the up tilt. All right, let's see how much that up tilt does with Rosalina though. I actually want to send this Luma off the stage, so get off the stage, baby. Get off the stage, my nigga. And right now we're kind of getting into Rosalina's special. Since she is a puppeteer character, a lot of her stuff definitely revolves around the assistance of the Luma, but for the time being, we just want to see what Rosalina is capable by herself. So I'm gonna throw Mario upwards and go for the up. Hold up, not up smash. We want to go for up throw, and let's see up tilt. Hold up, Mario. All right, we're gonna set Mario to control so he's not DIing. Throw him up tilt. Hold up, I said throw him up alright, up smash. Alright, this nigga will not line himself up with me. Hold up, we're gonna set him to stop. I'm gonna get rid of this Luma once again. We're gonna be killing off all these Lumas so quickly. Alright, hold up, don't be DIing for me, nigga. But up tilt, there you go. Up tilt's gonna do 8%. Alright, there you go. Finally got this shit. So up tilt's gonna do 8%. Alright, so pretty much that's for all of Rosalina's attacks. Well, you also got F tilt. F tilt's gonna do 6%. I don't know if it does more damage at the base. No, 6% at the base as well. Let's see the tip. Nope. Alright, looks like it's 6% all around. And let's see F tilt with Luma. Oh, with Luma's gonna do 4%. So I believe put it all together, you're gonna do 10%. No, it looks like just did flat 6%. I guess whether or not if you get hit with Rosalina or the Luma, you're gonna get hit with 4% by the Luma or just 6% by oh, and I see a 5% there. I don't know where that 5%. Oh, there you go. They go the whole 10% together when you hit with both of them. All right, yeah. So they do combine. All right, cool. So that's pretty much all of Rosalina's shit right there. Also, once again, my niggas, we're using Mario as a placeholder dummy. What might kill Mario with certain attacks at 124 may not kill other characters. And keep in mind that its move scaling does not occur in training mode, so you don't have to worry about all that good shit. And also keep in mind that your opponent may be DIing when it comes to figuring out these kill power of these moves. So you don't really need to worry about scaling and whether or not the CPU is gonna DI, but it's probably gonna be at a consistent rate. So we're gonna probably use that for our testing purposes. But right now we in the middle of trying out. I think we just talked about all of her basic attacks, so we might as well get into the smash attacks. So I want to set Mario's percent right back down to 0, so we ain't killing this Mario right off the bat. I'm actually want to throw this Luma off the stage so we can actually see the smash attacks by Rosalina by herself. Let's see how she can do this shit in the galaxy by herself on her own. Let's go. Up smash is gonna do nice 12%. Down smash is gonna do 7%. Let's see how much she do behind her. All right, so 9% in the back, 7% in the front. Up smash is gonna do 12%. All right, so not bad. Yeah, so that's pretty much all of the smash attacks. Let's actually see what the smash attacks do with Luma on this side. So let's see. All right, so now you see that extra percent right there. You're gonna see that 12% for that forward smash, 18% for that up smash. Let's see. Down smash, we're gonna do 7% from the front. Hold up. I wanna see how much that down smash will run Rosalina and Luma connect. Hold up. And keep in mind what you have to be kind of closer. All right, let's see. There you go. So you're gonna do 11% in the front and 13% in the back. Yeah, 11% in the front. Yeah, 13% in the back. All right, cool. So yeah, as you can see, you definitely want to pay attention where your Luma is when you're throwing attacks. For the down smash, you can definitely see Luma being kind of hugging really close to Rosalina. So when you want to connect with both of them, you want to be as close to both of them as Mario as possible and throwing it out to connect with both of them. All right, so yeah, so that's pretty much all the smash attacks. We can kind of figure out when these smash attacks start killing. So let's actually just blow Mario the fuck back. And let's see these smash attacks. So I'm probably going to be testing out most of the kill power with Rosalina by herself and with the Luma. So let's actually see. We're going to actually bump Mario up to that good old 110%. Y'all niggas know how this shit go. 110 is the percent that most characters start kicking the bucket. So we going to put our lab coats on. This isn't the lab after all. We doing a whole lot of testing, my niggas. So put your goggles and put that beaker on the fire, my niggas. It's time to do this shit in the name of science, nigga. Let's do this. All right, we're going to start off with the up smash. Let's see how up smash does. Ooh, all right. Up smash not killing quite yet at 110 when you're just flicking it out. Yeah, just to be consistent, I am just doing like a simple flick of the stick, of the C stick, just to see like smash attacks. During battle, you're not going to be charging up a fully charged smash attack, so I'm going to just see how much it's going to take just to flick out your smash attack. All right, so 110 is not going to do it. Let's see if 115 will do it. I think that might. Yeah, 115 looks like it's going to be for the up smash. All right, not bad, not bad. All right, Mario in the middle. We're going to go for that forward smash. Alright, looks like 115 will do it. Let's see if we're gonna bump it down to... We're gonna bump it down to 110. Let's bump it down to 110. Will 110 do it? Yeah, 110 will do it. Alright, we're gonna bump it down to 100 this time. Alright, let's see. Will 100 do it? Alright, so 100 won't do it from the middle of this stage. Alright, cool, cool, cool. So that's up forward smash for Rosalina. Alright, not bad, not bad. We can actually, well, actually, we're gonna hit Mario once again. I don't think we tried 105. So let's bump Mario up to 105, and let's see if 105 will actually be that killing point. Will that kill? Hey, alright, so 105 definitely will be that tipping point, I'm guessing then. So, a person might be able to DI out of it if their DI is pretty good. And yeah, alright, so that's pretty much all the up smashes and forward smashes. Might as well get into the down smash. So, let's see. I'm guessing that down smash will probably be like the weaker of all the smash attacks. So, let's see. 11% from the front. I think we probably want to go for the back swing of the down smash if you want to go for killing. So, I'm going to test all this out at the corner of the stage. Alright, will that kill Mario? No, so it's not killing at 105. I'm gonna bump it up to 110. There we go. Alright, let's try to hit that back swing, girl. Bop, bop. There we go. Will that kill? Yeah, looks like 110 will kill at the corner of the stage. Alright, cool, cool, cool. So that's pretty much all of Rosalina's smash attacks with Luma. So I'm gonna send this thing off the stage. Rosalina will be flying solo this time. Alright, let's try this up smash. Will up smash kill by herself? No, not at 110. Alright, Mario, bring your ass back. I'm gonna actually bump Mario up to 115. Alright, let's see up smash now. Will that kill? Nope. Alright, cool, cool, cool. Alright, we're gonna bump Mario up to 120. Will that kill? Alright, nope. Alright, we'll send Luma off once again. Be gone, nigga, be gone. We doing this. Oh, he came back. Shit. Alright, we wanna send you off. We wanna send you the fuck off. Alright, there you go. Alright, now we wanna try out this, Oh, he came back again. Nigga! Be gone, I said be gone. Alright, we're gonna try this up smash. Once again, we're gonna bump Mario up to 125 this time. Let's see. Nope, still not killing. We're gonna bump him up to 130. Alright, there you go. Alright, so 130 for that up smash. Alright. Took a bit, so you can definitely kind of see there's definitely a difference between having Luma and not having Luma. We could probably try the forward smash. Well, forward smash definitely seems pretty potent. Well, then again, he still is at 130. So let's actually cut this down to 125. Alright, 125 you'll definitely kill. I'm gonna actually bump Mario all the way down to 110. Now let's see if he'll be able to kill. 110? No, not 110. Alright, I'm gonna send Luma off once again. I'm gonna take Mario off once again. We just killing everybody right now. We killing everybody. Alright, let's try this 110. Nope, alright, looks like Mario's not dying. Alright. So I actually want to bump up to probably 115. Let's try 115. Don't Mario off. Oh, I actually want to see if she does more damage to the tip. No, it looks like it's actually 12% all around. Alright, we're going to kill off another set of Lumas. There you go. Alright, so let's try this again. 115. Will that kill? No, it won't kill. Alright, so I'm guessing it probably will be 120. Will it probably be 120? Let's actually get Mario out real quick. I want to get Mario out. Now, alright, there you go. So let's see. You only got a certain amount of time to Luma. Actually, I want to try this out right now. I want to actually count out how long it takes for the Luma to get back. So we're going to wait for the Luma to die. We're going to wait for the Luma to die. Alright, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Hey, alright, so about like 12, 13 seconds. Alright, not bad, not bad. So that's pretty much all the duration where Luma will start coming back. Alright, we wanted to get Luma out. We'll actually just try out her neutral B, but we'll get into her special soon enough. Right now, we just want to get Luma the hell out of the game right quick, so Rosalina could be by herself. Alright, forward smash at 115. No, I believe we were trying to go see at 120, so let's actually make Mario die. There we go. Alright, let's try out this forward smash once again. Alright, there we go. We got 13 seconds before this nigga come back. Start holding on to our dress, talk about mama and shit. I ain't trying to deal with this shit. Oh, he back, he back. all this child abuse, bruh. Or Luma abuse. I ain't trying to have this nigga. I'm trying to get away from these niggas. Shit. Send these niggas to the adoption house. Alright, so we're gonna try 125 now. Alright, looks like it is 125 for that forward smash. Alright, cool, cool, cool. Alright, now we actually want to drag Mario to the side of the stage, and let's see when that down smash will kill. Oh my goodness, this nigga is back. Be gone, demon. Alright, let's see if this down smash will kill from the back. There we go. Alright, looks like it's killing at 125. Alright, cool, cool, cool. Actually want to bring Mario's ass back over. There you go. Alright, down smash once again at 120. There we go. Alright, looks like 120 will kill. Alright, not bad, not bad. Alright, we want to drag Mario back. There we go. We want to throw this Luma off. Be gone. Alright, let's bump him down to 115. Alright, down smash. Alright, 150. Alright, looks like our down smash is actually pretty potent. Pretty potent. But it's definitely only pretty potent at the side of the stage. I think that's where you definitely want to start throwing it out. So I'm going to jump him down to 110. Will that kill? No, it doesn't look like 110 is going to kill. Actually, I'm going to actually reset it again. Get rid of the Luma once again. Alright, let's see. Yeah, it looks like 110 is not killing. So it might be 115. Let's try 115. I'm going to bump Mario up to 115 right quick. Alright, let's try this out. Will that kill? Yes, it will. Alright, so 115 is definitely going to be that tipping point. So that's pretty much Rosalina with and without the Luma when it comes to the killing power. Alright, cool, cool, cool. So as you can see, you're definitely going to want Luma when it comes to killing. But that was already obvious to you niggas. Alright, so let's see the grabs. I'm going to actually bump Mario back down to 0 right quick. Bump him down to 0 right quick. 0 right quick. Alright, there you go. Alright, so let's get into grabs real quick. Alright, so pummels. Oh, looks like they're doing 2% a pop. Let's see. Is it 2%? Yeah, it looks like it is 2%. And Luma doesn't really assist anything with like the pummeling or anything like that, so you don't really have to worry about that with or without Rosalina. I think the Luma assist, no, it looks like Luma doesn't really assist with her grabs at all. So alright, so we don't have to worry about that. Alright, cool. So we can actually see how much they do. Alright, so 7% for up throw. Forward throw is gonna do 9%. Back throw is gonna do 11%. Down throw is gonna do 9%. Alright, cool, cool, cool. So it looks like 11% is the strongest. Yeah, it looks like 11% is the strongest. We can actually start seeing when these grabs are killing, or she even has a kill grab throw. So let's see. I'm gonna bump Mario up to that good old 110% real quick. Right quick. Alright, so let's see this back throw. Will that kill? I think, yeah, it looks like the back throw has like the strongest potential for killing. So I don't think, will up throw kill? Up throw might kill, but it probably won't kill anytime soon though. Down throw doesn't look like it's killing anytime soon. And what was it, forward throw? Forward throw maybe might kill, but back throw is definitely where it's going to be at when it comes to killing. So I'm going to actually bump Mario up to a little bit higher. Maybe, let's try 140. Alright, back throw. Will 140 kill? No, alright. So 140 is not killing, which tells me right off the bat that grabs and throws are really not going to be, I guess, guaranteed kills for Rosalina. Alright, yeah, so probably 160, maybe like 155. Let's try 155 for this back throw. I'm going to push Mario to the side of the stage right quick. Let's try 155. 155. Alright, there you go. Alright, back throw. Will that kill? Alright, yeah, so it's definitely going to be like 160 for that back throw. And everything else, it looks like it's going to be killing anytime soon. Yeah, definitely not killing anytime soon. So yeah, that's pretty much all of Rosalina's grabs right there. Alright, let's actually get into Rosalina's aerials. Actually, before we get into Rosalina's aerials, let's actually get into her dash attack. I believe I left that out. So let's get into her dash attack. Her dash attack is actually going to do 7%. Let's actually see how much it does by herself. So 7% with Luma. Let's see by herself. Oh, it looks like it is 7% by herself. Yeah, 7% right there. Alright, let's see it with Luma. Alright, so let's see. Hold up. I think we probably want to be as close to Mario as possible. So I actually want to call back Luma real quick. Actually want to set Mario kind of closer into the middle. Alright, let's see this dash attack now. There we go. Alright, looks like it's still doing 7%. Hold up. There, yeah, 7%. 7%. There you go, 10%. There, that's where we go. We want that 10% damage. There you go. So you definitely want to kind of space it out. I'm pretty sure as Rosalina mains or people that have probably used Rosalina, they know the proper spacing when to go for that dash attack to hit both Rosalina and the Luma. So that's definitely a key if you want to get the maximum percent and damage out of the move. So that's not bad. Alright, so let's actually get back into aerials like I was saying before. We're going to set Mario's ass to jump. Reset its percent back down to 0. And let's start off with Rosalina's Nair. Rosalina's Nair is going to do... Well, it looks like Luma and Rosalina will attack in different directions. I'm going to send Luma off real quick. And let's start off with that Nair real quick. So, Nair. Hold up. There we go. So, it looks like it's doing... well, let's see. It looks like it's starting from behind her. Yeah, it looks like it's starting from behind. So, it's going to do 5% at startup. And I believe it's going to have like a sour spot of what? Hold up. It looks like it's doing 5% all around. Hold up. I think it's actually doing... Well, it depends on where you're hitting. Oh yeah, it looks like 7% right there. I'm guessing the Galaxy Streak might be the harder hitting part of it. Let's see. I'm gonna catch Mario jumping. I'm gonna try to catch right under him. 7% here. I actually want to send Luma off once again. Alright, let's see. There we go. So 5% there. I definitely saw a 7% though. Alright, let's see how much that 7% is gonna do. Alright, 5% here. 5% here. Alright, so it looks like maybe like the follow-through is gonna do 7%. It looks like it does like 5% at startup, and then like it might do like a little less percent. Oh, 8, yeah, I'm seeing 8% now. Hold up. I don't Luma did anything, so we want to send that nigga the fuck up. He might be messing up some shit right now. Alright, let's see. Alright, 5% here. There we go, 5% here. Yeah, I'm definitely guessing it's going to be where the Galaxy Streak is. Hold up, want to catch Mario with it. There we go, 5% here. Hold up, hold up. There you go, 5% there. Oh, Luma back. We got the nigga one too. Alright, so let's see. 5% here. And all of her aerials are definitely at like these kind of like they arc around her body. So you're gonna be able to kind of catch your opponent and all these. Alright, there you go, 5% at the startup. Hold up. 5% here again. Alright, wait for Mario to come back. 5% there. Yeah, looks like you're definitely gonna do anywhere from like 5 to like 7%. Hold up, hold up. Actually gonna try to hit Mario with like a sour spot real quick. 5% here. Yeah, so it's it looks like it's definitely gonna do anywhere from like 5 to 8%. But yeah, definitely 5 to 8%. Alright, so yeah, that's pretty much all of Rosalina's well, that's pretty much Rosalina's Nair in a nutshell. I just want to set this Luma off real quick. There you go, set him off. Let's try with Rosalina's up air. Rosalina's up air is actually one of her most lethal aerial attacks. I'm gonna set this Luma off for good this time. Be gone, nigga, be gone. I don't want you no more, nigga. Oh, he came back, nigga. I said be gone. I mean be gone. All right, let's hit Mario with the up air. Hold up, want to stand right under him. I said stand right under him. All right, it looks like it's pretty strict with the conditions. I think you're gonna have to hit with that Saturn ring. Yeah, hold up. Up till there you go. Oh no, then nigga wanna start DIing and shit, nigga. We trying to do some scientific shit, and yo ass keep DIing. Hold up. Throw you up. Oh my goodness. All right, Luma. Well, actually, we want to see what Luma does with the Nair. That's true. We want to see what Luma does with the Nair. All right, so you can see 5% here. 8%. Oh, yeah, here we go. Shit's starting to happen now. Shit's getting a little dicey now. Luma's going to do 4% for the hit, I think. I think that's all Luma's going to do, too. Well, I think Luma has a behind hit, so let's see. Actually, we want a timeout for Luma to hit that behind hit. Hold up. There you go. All right, so 3% of that behind hit. All right, cool. So that's pretty much the... Ooh. Hold up. Yeah, I'm seeing... Oh, it looks like Luma kind of like... Once it hits you, it'll kind of drag you into the hard part of Rosalina's Nair. So not bad. Yeah, so you can kind of see how Luma kind of works with Rosalina. So let's try to hit Mario with the up air. If I can hit him, there we go, 10%. Yeah, so it looks like the up air is gonna do 10% of pop, so that's not bad. Hold up. But you definitely want to be there you go, 10%. It's probably going to take some time to actually nail it if you're not really used to Rosalina, because right now, as a person that doesn't use Rosalina like that, it's definitely a little bit harder for me to actually pull it off. But once you get that spacing, be able to line up with that Saturn ring, you should be good. So 10% with that, 13%. Well, it looks like Luma might have helped out with that, doing that nice 13% right there. So let's actually see what Luma adds to the up here. Alright, 14%. He's adding an extra 4% to that, so that's not bad. I actually want to see what Rosalina does by herself. Let's see. Hold on, I'm going to try to hit with that down air real quick. Hit him with that down air real quick. There you go. So 8% for down air. And I believe with Luma we saw 13%. Yeah, 8% for down air. And let's see forward air too. Well, hold on, that's up here. Let's see forward air. Oh yeah, so forward air is going to be a multi-hitting attack. Seems really nice right there. I actually want to send Luma off once again. How many times you have to kill this nigga? How many times? Somebody tell me how many times you have to kill off this damn Luma. Shit. Nigga, get a clue. I don't want you. Alright, so forward. There we go. Hold on, I actually want to set Mario's percent back down to 0. Alright, make his ass come back. And let's try to hit it with the full forward air. Hold up. Hit it with the full forward air. Alright, hold up. There we go. Alright, looks like it's going to be flat out 7%. Alright, cool. So throw that off. Throw that nigga off. Alright, hold up. Forward air again. Hold up. Hit with the forward air. Yeah, 7% for the forward air. Alright, not bad. And then we got the back air. Back air's gonna do 11%. Hold up, is it 11%? Yeah, it looks like it is 11%. Alright, not bad. So yeah, I believe that's all of Rosalina's aerials. So we can kind of check out the kill power of these aerials. I believe Rosalina's down air definitely has a spiking property. Yeah, it does. You can actually see it said Mario downward. So that's not bad, not bad. I think it might be a little more potent. Hold up. Actually wanna back air Mario. There we go. And let's try this there. Hold up. I believe you kind of have to be like at the center to actually get that push down. Other way, Mario's gonna get pushed back. So let's see. Yeah, he's gonna get pushed back. You're gonna have to line up properly right above them. So let's actually there we go. Dare once more. Hold up. No, hold up. Ooh, and it's the funny thing about it, since it lingers out, you might be able to hit your opponent with the sour spot of it. Let's see. Hold on, I actually want to see how much that sour spot does. Just so you can try to line it up on Mario. Hold up. Alright, 7% right there. So it's definitely like dissipating in damage. Hold up. Yeah, 2% right there, yeah. So as you can see, as the rings kind of die out, it does less and less damage. Alright, so not bad. Not bad at all. Alright, cool. Alright, so that's pretty much the dare. Dare doesn't seem like it's going to be that good for killing. I mean, unless you're going for a spike. Up air, if you're throwing out multiple up airs, that's when you're really going to get that damage with Luma. To add in that, that 14%? Yeah, that 14%. I'm guessing back air might be a good kill move. So let's try out back air when it comes to kill moves. Let's see with Luma as well. So I don't think we tried out forward air and back air when Luma's there. 15% for back air with Luma there. That's going to be crazy. Forward air, let's see how much that's going to do. Hold up. I want to make sure Mario gets hit with Luma. There we go. Hold on. Look, it's doing 7% still. Alright, now it's doing 12%. Alright, cool. So all of her attack's going to do a little bit more percent. Almost kind of, yeah, that's kind of, hold on. There we go. 11% right there. Yeah, I believe it's going to do anywhere from 7% if you just hit with Rosalina. And 11, was it 12? I believe it was 12. Yeah, 12% with Luma. Alright, cool. So that's all the aerials. Let's actually move on to the kill power like I mentioned before. So I'm going to actually bump this up to 110. Bump it up to 110, baby. Bump it up to 110. And we will probably hit these niggas with the galaxy of this. Go hit her with the holy galaxy. She got the whole world on her feet, bro. Alright, so we gonna actually back kick. There we go. Hold up. Back here. 11% right there. Ooh, and it looks like even though Luma's doing 4%, he definitely has some kill power. Oh, hold up. I actually want to see the kill power with Luma. Hold up. Yeah, because Luma's definitely assisted with that that knockback. Hold up, let's actually... Hold on, I know Luma kind of like delays his hit right after Rosalina. There we go. So it looks like it's not killing at 10%. Hold up. Reset that percent back to 110. Will that kill? No, I think it's not going to kill at 110. I'm going to actually bump Mario to, let's try 130 real quick. We only don't want that 130. Will 130 kill? Oh, we only just hit with the Luma, so let's actually try to hit with both of these niggas. There we go. Hold on. Try this again. Bop. There we go. That was only Luma once again. Alright, bring your ass back. Alright, he ain't gonna bring his ass back. Alright, hurry your ass up, Mario. We doing science right. We trying to do some scientific shit right now, and you impeding our progress and shit. Alright, back here. Hold up. Alright, so back here killing kind of high. Well, you expected to kill higher percents. I want to see how low it can kill. I actually want to push Mario. So actually, just back here him. Keep back here in him. Reset his percent back to 130. Can he make it back? Yes, he can. Alright, cool. So let's see if this back here gonna start killing. Bop. 130. No for 130. Let's try 140. Will 140 kill? Nah, 140 still not killing. Alright, let's try 150. 150 kill? Bruh, 150 still not killing? Bruh, alright, so yeah, so you definitely want to get hit with that Luma. So I know Luma killed pretty hard, just looking for that 4%. Alright, let's try this again. There you go. Now we killing. So you have to be like upwards to like 80% if you want to kill that back here, unless you're hitting with Luma. And yeah, so Luma's really gonna have that kill power. Look at that shit. Yeah, he's killing a lot. Oh, hold on, let's bump his percent back down. And I actually want to purposely try to line up with Luma. So I'm gonna bump it down to 130 real quick. I'm gonna actually back here Mario. There we go. And actually wanna wait for Mario to get back. Oh, he's not gonna make it back. I think I pressed pause too long. He didn't have time to make it back. So let's actually back air him. There you go. I reset his percent back to 130. I want to line up. Back here. Hold up. Back here. Hold up. There you go. So still not killing. I'm going to bump him up to 140. 140. Let's try 140. There we go, 140. Still not killing. Let's try this. There we go. Will that kill? No, still not killing. Alright, Mario's done for. But yeah, I think that's gonna be the same case for all of Rosalina's aerials. Like, I think back air's gonna be the most potent yet. Right there, we were able to kill him at like 148. So yeah, you're definitely gonna want to kill with Luma. But yeah, you're definitely gonna want to have Luma around. Forward air, I don't think you're gonna be killing. Yeah, no. Chill. Let's not jump the gun. Let's not jump the gun, nigga. Let's not jump the gun. I'm gonna actually set Mario to 130. Let's hit with that forward air. Ooh, that startup. Hold up, nigga. Because it looks like on startup, Luma will actually have a pretty nice knockback to that shit. Hold up. So we actually want to be as close to Mario when throwing it out. Yeah, Luma's definitely putting that 6% right there, bruh. That 6%, nigga. That shit gonna pack a wall up, my nigga. All right, let's see. Get up. Get on up, nigga. Get on up. Oh, we trying to see you fly, nigga. All right, 6% right now. Hold up. We're gonna actually bop. Nope, 6% once again. I'm gonna actually try to hit Mario with Luma purposely. Well, we saw us like killing out 136. Let's try 140. Yeah, definitely at 140. With the Luma, that fares actually have that killing power. Alright, cool. By herself, Rosalina, I don't think her forward air really is going to be killing, especially when you hit with all the multi-hitting moves. I doubt it's going to be killing, but ooh, hold on. We'll get into this special soon enough. We'll get into it soon enough, but yeah, her Nair, you're definitely going to want to be as close as possible when throwing out initial hit, because it looks like on startup with Luma, that's where that power is right now, bruh. Alright, so 140 looking really reliable. Up air, looking real good too, so that's actually reset, bring that percent down a little bit to like 125. Alright, bring Mario's ass down, we wait for him to jump, let's try to hit with that up air. There you go. Up air killing at 125, alright, there you go. And I doubt Rosalina will have that kill power by her, so let's try it. Yeah, 125, still not killing. Alright, I'm gonna send Luma off once again. And we're gonna try hit killing Mario. Let's see how Rosalina kills by herself, let's see. Alright, so yeah, 130. Yeah, looks like it is 130 for Rosalina. Alright, not bad. But let's, well, while we're waiting on Luma, let's try forward air once again. Yeah, forward air not killing it real quickly like I thought. And even on startup, this is like it's killing. Yeah, on startup, yeah, Luma, you're gonna need Luma. You're gonna need Luma. Alright, let's see how up air kills with Luma. Will that kill? Hey, even at 120. Alright, not bad. So you're able to kill, well, yeah, I'm guessing you're able to kill 10% earlier with Luma. Let's actually, let's see. Let's bump it down a little bit. So I'm guessing 20% might be that tipping point, but just to be safe, let's try 115. Will that kill? Alright, it won't kill at 150. Alright, so it looks like 120 is that tipping point. Let's actually bump it up to 125, just to be sure. If you're not really struggling, well, obviously you're gonna kill at 125 if you're able to kill at 120. But yeah, it looks like 120 it is for that killing, that tipping point for the up air. So yeah, we talked about back airs. It's probably gonna take a while unless you're able to kill with the Luma. Forward airs, you're definitely gonna want that Luma, like I mentioned before, for that initial hit, because that definitely kills like as low as like what, 140. And up air is definitely gonna be really good for killing at 120. So not bad. That's pretty much all of Rosalina's her aerials. So we talked about her smash attacks, we talked about her grabs, we talked about her aerials, we talked about her dash and all her tilts, which means now it is time to get into Rosalina's special. So let's actually set Mario's percent right back to 0. And now is where we get really messy in the lab time, niggas. So now it's time for you to put all your physics and shit. Well, physics is thrown right out the window when you're talking about space. Well, no, not true. There is some type of physics going on in space, but right now we talk about Smash. Let's not dwell on physics too much. I don't want to dwell on it. So let's actually move Mario right his ass to the, well, actually no, we can keep Mario right there. Alright, so the first move we're going to talk about is this Luma launch. And as you can see, Rosalina can actually charge up Luma by holding down the B button, and will send Rosalina out. I mean, not Rosalina, Luma out. And Luma, depending on how long you charge it, he'll do more damage. And here's the secondary function of this move. Once he's to launch out Luma, he actually goes in like in a free roaming state, and he'll still mimic your moves. As you've noticed, as Rosalina attacks, Luma will attack in conjunction with Rosalina. So after you launch Luma, he's going to be able to just wander the stage. I guess he will instinctively make his way back to Rosalina, but he's not going to really be by her side to actually make him to, I guess, return back to her side, you're gonna have to call him back with the B, so that right now he's actually paired back with her. So B to launch him, so he's roaming, and then B to begin to call him back. So that's kind of how the launcher works. Let's see how much damage you're gonna do. So 60% when you actually, I think that's when it's all the way away. So let's try it when you're all up in Mario's face. We're gonna blast Luma right up inside Mario's urethra. Alright, still doing 16%. Alright, cool. I thought it might have did a little more percent depending on how far, how close you are. But it looks like it's gonna be a nice clean 16%. And actually, we can kind of see when this move starts killing. So right now, Mario's at 64. Actually gonna set Mario up to 110 real quick. Just to see when this Luma shot actually kills. Because I do know it's pretty potent in the kill department. I'm gonna bump up to about 110. 110. There we go. Alright, let's set Mario to stop. Alright, we're gonna hit it with that launcher real quick. Fully charged. There you go. Hold up. We're gonna call back Luma. And I'm gonna try from the middle of the stage. There you go. Will that kill? Yeah, 110. I'm gonna try and bring it down to, let's bring it down to like maybe like 85. I think 85 might do a little more damage. Alright, call back Luma. Let it rip. Will that kill? Ooh, alright, looks like 85 won't kill. Alright, cool. So actually we wanna forward smash, call back Luma. And one thing, as you guys were seeing, I was launching out Luma and making him kind of like roam back down. So you can call Luma, but you have to be within a certain distance. Like if I launch Luma out like this, and then I try to call back Luma from over here, oh, you know, he can make it. I think there's like a certain distance though that Luma will not like come back to. Like if I'm all the way over here. Oh no, Luma's still coming. He's still coming. All right. He might have had like a little bit more of a tweaking in the patches to make him return back to Rosalina. Because I remember like there's like a certain distance that like if you don't call back Luma, like it's too late for him. It is too late. Let's see. If I launch him out, and how many jumps does the nigga have to make it back? So let's see. He's like 1 jump, 2 jump, 3 jump, and he falls down. Can I call him back now? Yeah. So yeah, he has like he probably like bobs and weaves up in the air, in mid-air, a couple times before he'll fall to his doom. So you definitely want to keep that in mind. All right, cool. So we talked about the Luma shot killing at well, we didn't see it doesn't kill at 85, so we want to bump it up to 90. Let's see if 90 kills fully charged. Nope, still not 90. All right, cool. Maybe 95. We could try 95. We actually want to hit Mario away real quick again. All right, cool. All right, call back Luma. All right, we want to try at 95. 95. Will that kill? No, still not killing, so I'm guessing it might be 100. I'm gonna wait for Mario to kill it. Oh no, there you go. Had to press pause, didn't want Mario to make it back. Wanted to, because once he returns back to the stage, he is centered right in the middle of the stage. So that's gonna be really good for trying out when his move is killing Mario pretty evenly. So let's see at 100. Hey, it looks like it is 100 for that kill power. All right, not bad. And actually, I want to see how much damage it does when you just shoot out Luma. All right, so 5%. All right, looks like it's doing anywhere from 5 to 16%. All right, not bad. All right, then we got Luma. Then we got the Psybe, which is the Starbit, or was it the Starbit shot or something like that? Yeah, I believe those are Starbits though. And you're gonna do how much percent he's doing? Yeah, 8% right there. So yeah, so this will really not gonna be used for killing. It's pretty much gonna be used for kind of like testing your opponents. It's really good, especially when you shoot out Luma out and then you go for it. You definitely want to keep in mind which way. Well, it actually doesn't really matter. Yo, it does matter actually. Which way Rosalina is facing. It doesn't really matter which way Luma's facing. Luma could be facing that way, the opposite way. And as long as Rosalina is facing this way, no, actually you won't go this way. I want to turn the opposite direction. Yeah, Luma will actually face the same way Rosalina is facing. So you definitely want to pay attention where, how Rosalina is facing to actually throw them out. All right, not bad. Then we actually have, I'm gonna call him back. Then we actually have the gravitational pull. Actually, I'm gonna set Mario to control right quick. I'm gonna set him to control. And actually, this is a good opportunity to see how much beating a Luma can actually take before this nigga is set flying. So I'm actually gonna set set Mario. Well, actually, yeah, I'm gonna set Mario to control. I'm gonna set Luma out real quick, and then I'm gonna send Mario to fuck this nigga up. So I'm actually gonna keep jabbing him. So hold up. So I'm gonna jab up till. I'm just gonna see how much up. Well, actually, first what we need to do. All right, I know Luma's done though. What we need to do, I'm actually gonna set Rosalina's percent back down to 0, and I need to see how much each up tilt is doing, so we can actually tell how much percent Luma's at before we actually see him die. So let's see. All right, now he back. All right, let's see. Up tilt is doing 5%. All right, cool. So 5% to Rosalina. Hold on, actually we'll try this again, just to be sure. Yeah, up tilt's doing 5%. Alright, cool. So percent and percent back. I'm gonna shoot out Luma. And then Mario, it's time to go to town with these up tilts. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Alright, 45%. Whoa, chill. Is that true? 45% for Luma? I guess, I mean, it kind of makes sense. I thought he had a little bit lower percent, but nah, 45, I guess, that makes a little bit of sense. Alright, cool. Wait for Luma to come back. Oh, we gonna beat up on this dog? Let's get into one real quick. Hold up. Actually gonna shoot that out. Alright, let's try this one more time. So, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, and 45. Was that it? No. 50? 60? Hold up. Something don't seem right. Well, then again, I think Mario does a little bit more percent depending on where you are in relation to him. So let's see. Hold up. 5, 10. Oh, never mind. It's not doing an actual clean percent. What? Oh, yeah, it definitely depends on where you're hitting with the fist. All right, I need a good, reasonable attack that's doing the same amount of percent each time. Actually, let's try side smash. Side smash is gonna do 14%. All right, cool. All right, let's try side smash. So I'm gonna actually send up. One thing you definitely want to be mindful of, Rosalina's Luma shot is definitely a projectile, and it can definitely be caged. So you definitely want to be careful how you're throwing it out, because it can definitely bite you in the ass. Another special Rosalina has is her star launcher, which doesn't have any hitbox or hurtbox. Well, it definitely has a hurtbox. She's a hurtbox, but she doesn't have a hitbox, so it's pretty much a vulnerable recovery move. And it depends heavily on the angle that you're launching at. So if you're angling straight upwards, you launch right up in the air. If you angle straight forward, you probably go a little bit more horizontal. So you definitely want to kind of be careful, because this move could definitely fuck you up, especially on where you're facing. Especially if you have like the stage facing behind you. Well, hold up. So if you try to launch backwards, yes, you're definitely gonna have some problems. So you definitely want to be careful how exactly you're launching with this move. So yeah, so that's one of her more scarier moves. Like I was talking about before, we were talking about her gravitational pull. So I'm gonna actually throw a fireball from Mario. Gravitational pull actually kind of make the projectile orbit around Mario. So the move can actually hit other opponents if you're kind of like doing that move as the projectile is kind of like luring inside of Rosalina. So that could definitely kind of play into her favor, so that's not bad. But I believe that's all of Rosalina's her moves in general, honestly. We talked about her aerials, we talked about how Luma can actually assist her by setting him out in conjunction with the Luma shot, sending Luma out to like free roam. You could definitely see like the possibilities with Rosalina. I mean, we've all seen Rosalina like firsthand of how potent she can be when she has Luma covering certain attacks, especially with jabs. One of the things I've seen people do is send Luma out and just go straight for jabs, and you can see how Luma actually covers a lot of distance off stage, star bits and all, baby. Probably go for down airs, down tilts to nick out people. Rosalina's definitely a scary ass bitch when she has Luma by her side. When she get that bodyguard, bruh, you don't wanna fuck with that bitch. She will straight tear up ass, nigga. Straight tear up ass. But once again, my niggas, I ain't a Rosalina main, nor do I play Rosalina as a hobby. This is where you come in to help out other potential Rosalina mains and people who play her as a hobby. Feel free to leave comments of tips and tricks for Rosalina down in the description below. This video is only dedicated to detailing the moves and kill power of Rosalina, just kind of like a basic character overview. So yeah, now it's your turn to help out the niggas down below with nice tips that can help them out and improve their Rosalina game. Once again, my niggas, like, comment, and subscribe if you liked the video. If you didn't like the video, well, your boy can't help you, bruh. Your boy can't help you. Go watch another video. Hopefully you'll find that video a little bit more informative if you don't like this shit. But we gonna be here in the same exact place doing what we usually do. Whipping it up in the lab, nigga. Whip it straight up in the motherfucking lab. Alright, niggas. Peace.